So I'd originally decided to go out to Oxshop this morning to go and shoot a vlog about creativity, but...
Storm Eunice. Storm Eunice.
Storm Eunice is the worst storm we've faced in 3 decades.
I think we're going to be stuck inside for today's video. So instead I thought we could do a at-home vlog style video just talking about some tips to help you shoot better video this year. So these are some simple tips and tricks that I've learned over the last year and a half, from when I was running my own freelance company as a videographer, editor, producer and all that, all the way through to what I've recently learned since joining a video production company in London. These are all really simple to action kind of tips. They're nothing that's going to cost you too much and nothing that's going to be hard to learn, or it's not like going out and buying a brand new camera or getting out and getting a cinema line camera. They're all really easy, actionable shots and generally speaking can be done on any device at all. Hi. They're just way too cute, aren't they? Adorable things. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is audio, and audio is said to be 50, if not more % of the entire viewing experience. You don't just watch things, you listen to them as well. So making sure that your audio is on point is massively, massively key. 3 main ways to do this. You have got making sure your music is on point, making sure your sound design is on point, and making sure your audio and how you capture sound and people talking is on point as well. Let's quickly cover sound design and how you capture sound. In short, sound design is you designing the sound that is being viewed in the video. Take the first video I did on this channel, the cinematic vlog that I did out down in Oxshop. For that, I used layer upon layer of different sounds that would help tell the story and help make it feel more immersive. From sound effects of the car door, birds tweeting in the forest, me walking on the ground, the car pulling in, the engine turning off, all of that was done off camera and through sound files. There's platforms such as Epidemic Sounds that have hundreds of thousands of these noises, all to make it sound more immersive. Now the main reason you want to do something like this, quite simply put, is you want to be able to control your audio, you want to be able to control how it sounds, and capturing it straight from the camera is not going to do that. I'll probably do a full tutorial on this at some point because I quite love sound design. I think it's really, really cool and I get obsessed with it, and I'll spend a very large portion of the editing time making sure that the sound design is on point, so I'll probably do a tutorial if you're interested. But next to that, we have how we capture sound and what you're using to capture people talking. Be it lav mics such as this one, boom mics such as this one that I sometimes use, or the Rode Video Mic Go that I have connected to here. All of these are well within budgets. For example, this wireless lav mic can be used on iPhones using these small adapter cords. Simply, you plug one end into the receiver, which is this, or the other end of the receiver, which goes into the camera. Plug it into another cable that then goes into the slot at the bottom of your iPhone. This means capturing good audio on an iPhone or like an Android or something is easy. This costs like £30. These cost about £10, the entire thing under £60. But again, if you're capturing audio, if you're doing interviews with people, if you just want to get a good sound for your own YouTube video, you need to make sure you're using external mics and not using the onboard one. And because audio is such an important part of video, if you nail down these things such as picking the right music, capturing audio properly and using sound design, it will 100% elevate your videos this year and help you shoot better videos and make better content. Now, I know the title is about how to shoot better video, and generally speaking, most people think pick up camera, shoot, that's shooting. Well, I'm going to talk about lighting now, so I'm not even going to touch that just yet. You may have wondered why I was moving my chair around and moving it away from the window. This is about understanding lighting, how lighting can work, and how lighting can help make your video look better. Next to audio, lighting will make or break your video. If you have bad audio, you're going to have an awful video. If you have bad lighting, you're most likely going to have an awful video. On that same note, if you have good lighting, you can shoot on any device and it will look nice. Generally speaking, regardless of what you shoot on, if you work out how to use lighting and how to utilize what you have or purchase some things, then you can make any shot look good. The base rule of thumb for this is the 45-degree rule. Your main source of light should always be 45 degrees away from your camera source. That is why I came and moved this chair. My chair is now positioned directly 45 degrees away from the massive light source that is out there. Granted, this is probably the best day to shoot, clouds, rain. The clouds are just a massive bloody diffuser, so this is like, look at that. That perfectly diffused light looks gorgeous. And I even get a little Rembrandt triangle my nose there, which is like classic Netflix. In short though, if you only have one light source, make sure it's 45 degrees away. If that involves you having to move the entire room around, like me having to move this chair here, if that involves making your client or the person you're shooting or yourself have to move around, always do it. If you want to get really fancy as well, you can start getting things involved such as hair lights or practical lights, for example, my practical light here. Or small LED light boxes that I've mentioned previously in this channel. I've linked the video up here. So just kind of give that a bit of rim light around your hair just to kind of separate you. So for example, take this shot here. I could go and get a hair light now and light up this corner of my head because it is disappearing a little bit into that background. That helps you separate from the background. Having this light here, make sure that I'm in clear, nice light. Practical, just adds a little bit of mood. I actually recently watched a video about how movies use lamps, and spoiler, and this is probably going to ruin movies for you, there's like 100 lamps per scene per movie. It's mental how many lights they use, but they're used to add those emotions and add different feels and emotions and atmospheres within your scene. But making sure you can use, understand and utilize lighting is key to make sure your videos look professional. The minute you start getting nice lighting, your videos will look significantly better. Let's really quickly just do an example of how lighting can look different just within this scene here and how to properly utilize it. So the minute I walk over here, you see I am now backlit, so therefore you cannot see my face. Yes, if I had a light source 45 degrees away from the camera here, that would work. But literally, you're gonna see how the lighting affects it. I'm gonna start turning and bang. I'm now 45 degrees away from the light source and instantly you have that better lighting. We now go back to my original shot. We've now added a practical into the background and significantly it looks better from the get-go. And the third and final tip for you guys today is about pre-production. Now I know I'm using a cat tree to sit right now and I've got my little cat up here. Mainly wanted to include her in the shot, but also I wanted to kind of show and prove that using window light is such an underutilized resource when people film videos. But planning and pre-production is key in helping your videos stand out from the crowd. 100%, this sounds dramatic, but 100%, if you don't pre-produce your things, it can make or break your entire shoot. In short, it's all about planning. Now, I'm someone who really likes to plan. I like things broken down, sometimes minute by minute, sometimes like 20-minute hour slots. I like to know my plan for the day, be it I like to-do lists. I've got a video about why I like to-do lists up here, but making sure it's broken down and your shoot is broken down, be it a personal video like this one here. I planned that I was going to do all of this. I wrote the script. You can see the script is right here. It means that you're not going to miss out on anything. And this mirrors as well into both into the client and non-client world. If you're a client-facing person and you want your videos and you want to shoot better, you're going to have to sit down with your client and talk to them about what they want captured, any specifics they need captured, any things they want to make sure you avoid capturing, what questions to ask them if you're doing interviews or testimonials or a documentary style thing. If you don't do that, 90% of the time you're going to deliver the wrong thing and they're going to ask for revisions, you're going to get annoyed, they're going to get annoyed, it's all going to go a bit weird. So you start by talking to your client. You then start by making a storyboard or a shot list or a written plan of how you want to do your video. This then means when you go into post-production and start editing, a lot of the time you're not editing for like a week or two afterwards. You've got to let your files upload, all that. You've probably forgotten what happened and what happened on the day. So having your pre-production there in front of you, knowing what you need to do in the edit, means that you're going to be able to make the best piece of content possible. This then mirrors into the personal world of YouTube filming or filming things for TikTok. If you make a really short plan, then you know you're not going to mess up and you're going to get exactly what you need. For all these videos, I script them, I do B-roll lists. Granted, this one's not very B-roll heavy, but I plan absolutely everything. And then it means I can properly understand what I'm trying to get out of the video, helps me understand how I'm going to edit it afterwards. And it means that you guys get the right video out. Videos that have had pre-production behind them are significantly better than videos that have not. Easy. Do it. I talk about it all the time. I don't shut up about it. Do it. So those were the three fundamental parts of helping you shoot better video this year: lighting, audio, and planning. I'll do some in-depth tutorials in a couple of weeks' time, just breaking down each one from sound design to how to set up a lighting if you have more than one light, and I'll take you on my pre-production process that I use when I use Trello over here to kind of like help script, B-roll plan, and all of that. But I wanted to do a brief summary of the three in general, just to kind of help maybe nudge you into researching some other areas of lighting and audio to help improve your videos over this year. Also, bonus tip, because I know people always talk about it, and whenever you talk about shooting better, people automatically always go to what gear to use. Now, gear does and doesn't matter at the same time. If you were to show up at a client with an iPhone and a small little microphone, you probably wouldn't get a second call back and they'll tell you to fuck off. But for something like a YouTube video, TikTok, that doesn't really matter. You can shoot that on anything. So don't let those big things get in your way, such as fancy cameras, because you can get good things if you utilize being able to use audio and use lighting correctly. But the actual bonus tip is if you do have a fancy camera or even just a nice camera, don't upgrade that, upgrade the lens. It's always lenses over bodies. Bodies are only useful if you have one and you're using it at that time. When you get a new one, generally speaking, you never use it. So make sure you get lenses. Lenses are interchangeable. The better quality glass you have, be it a Sigma lens, be it a Tamron like this, will always be better than the kit lens. At the end of the day, if you bought a Sony FX6 and you put a small little kit lens, like 15 to 35, on that camera, it would still look shit. So if you're thinking of upgrading anything and you want to shoot better video that way by upgrading your gear, go for lenses over bodies. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed this style of video as well, of me just wandering around my house doing a vlog, let me know. Might do some vlogs out the house when Storm Eunice is gone. Eunice. I got it wrong. But be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and take care.